We're talking to the new president of the West Indies Cricket Board, Dave Cameron. How are you? Are you getting accustomed to that new title of president of the West Indies Cricket Board?
But it's taken a little bit of getting used to, but as the days go by, yes, I'm slowly sinking in.
Looking ahead, how confident are you in receiving the support of the territorial boards and the directors in executing the work of the WICB?
I am extremely confident. As a matter of fact, every director has reached out already, and territorial boards have reached out and pledged their support from the elections were over. So I have every confidence that every director, every territorial board, all the stakeholders, you would have seen WICB, umpires, etc., that I will get the full support of everybody in trying to take this mandate forward.
Well, you said you feel the territorial board should have greater responsibility in the rebuilding of West Indies cricket. What plans do you have for institutional strengthening of the territorial boards?
Yeah, well, first thing is institutionalizing a CEO's committee, CEO/secretary, if there's no CEO in place. And I hope that Mr. Muirhead will be spearheading that task. And it's pretty much similar to what happens at the ICC, where I think all the persons who are actually involved in cricket should be talking to each other at least on a quarterly basis, so that they can formulate some of the policies that comes to the board of directors. That's something that's been missing for a while, and we need to do that, so that they can tell us directly what are the supports that they need, so that we can target it accordingly.
You've confessed that there are some challenges facing the WICB. What do you see as your immediate task?
Well, as I said, I need to get inside the secretariat and kind of get a handle of all the issues that are there. As you said, they're myriad. But importantly enough is the players. I think, and I've said that on many occasions, is trying to ensure that our players understand that what we're looking to do is to build a partnership with them. And even though we've had this ruling in our favor, we have no intention of creating any waves, and what we want to do is chart the way forward. And with that, I am having a discussion with Wavell as early as today, this evening, to start that process.
And talking about that critical legal case regarding the CB and MOU, how do you plan to engage WICB in the short term to build a bridge for a meaningful relationship?
Yeah, the idea is really about, listen, we want to build a relationship going forward, rather than trying to keep fighting in the public and in the courts and paying lawyers. How can we find a way to build that mutual respect and trust going forward? I'll be asking him to give me an opportunity to build and to prove to him that we're really looking for a partnership, and for him to do the same. And he's always said to me, well, I have to lead, and so he will follow. So that's pretty much the discussion.
One of the platforms on which you ran was an improvement in the revenue streams of the WICB. What plans do you have for rallying the corporate sector in the Caribbean?
Well, somehow they've been rallied already. I mean, I've gotten quite a bit of calls, persons reaching out, asking how they can be of support. The thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to change a little bit of how we do business. We're not going to be able to get the $500,000 and $1 million sponsorships, and so we have to be creative. My own view is if we can get more companies supporting the territorial board, and in effect they are supporting West Indies cricket. And as we strengthen the territorial board, so we will strengthen West Indies cricket. So that's my immediate plans right now.
And as a follow-up to the previous question, what plans do you have in seeking corporate support from outside of the Caribbean?
Well, I've been getting, interestingly, quite a bit of emails from friends in the UK, in India, etc., stating their intentions, wanting to work with West Indies cricket. I'm not sure. Again, I forward them to the Secretariat, but we will look at it and see exactly how they can play a role. And you'll have seen from my manifesto, it's all about how can we get more persons to participate in building West Indies cricket, and not just the Secretariat of 40 or so persons in Antigua. What we would like to do is I would like to facilitate more opportunities by allowing companies to either use the brand for us to assist them in marketing, to be able to advertise on our website, etc. I think there are a lot of opportunities. I mean, you know how many hits a day we get on the website, and so I think there are lots of opportunities there that we're not really taking advantage of.
But of course, success and failure will be judged on what happens on the field of play. And one of the key development pillars for the West Indies Cricket Board is the Sagicor HPC. What are your plans for the HPC as that vital development tool in West Indies cricket?
Well, the first issue with the Sagicor HPC, and I shouldn't say issue, but because it served its purpose very, very well, but I think we need to be getting the players, when they get out of the Sagicor High Performance, need to be getting some kind of certification. And that's my immediate goal, is to ensure that there's a curriculum that comes out of that the players actually go through, and that we can use that curriculum to replicate across the region, so we can have more academies like the Sagicor High Performance, and to ensure that all our players at least have a level 2 coaching certificate, and that they can use that to go on to further themselves.